What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today, we're going to do some additional discussions here, because we just did my live reaction that I streamed, and, you know, that was very raw reaction, just getting, you know, obviously mine and chat's opinion about everything. And you could tell by my reaction to the video that we saw, I'm not very excited for this anniversary. And I do feel like this is probably one of the least hype anniversaries that we've had to deal with for... I can't even think of another anniversary that was on this level of hype. Every other anniversary, they always seem to build it up pretty well. But this time around, I don't really agree with what they have done. Now, there are a couple of things I want to talk about in this video that could potentially shed light as to what they could be doing. And I did kind of touch up on some of those things in my live reaction video in that. So if you want to check that video out, make sure you go ahead and do that. But for those of you who don't know, we are getting Luffy and Yamato dual unit as our anniversary character. And the interesting thing about this is that it is this character alongside another character as well, which is going to be Oden and Toki. And for some reason the video decided not to load, but we're going to be getting two characters for the anniversary, which is kind of weird because like, out of all the other anniversaries that we've had to deal with, we usually have quite a lot of Legends release. So the fact that they're starting this Sugo Fest off with only 2 Legends leads us to believe that there is going to be more coming. But I do feel like the characters that they've chosen to start off the anniversary celebration are just not up to standard. I feel like they should have probably gone off what the anime has been going on right now. We'll talk more about that a little bit later, but it's not only just the global side that appears to be complaining about everything here. The Japanese side of the community on Twitter have also been very vocal about their disappointment with this anniversary celebration thus far. And it is just very disappointing, like not even just in terms of the game aspect, but in terms of the community aspect. Even this year, we haven't even had the opportunity to have information given to us from the producer himself. He has decided to not appear in any content that has been on social media, whether it be videos or posts, which is also a bit bizarre. And also our community manager, which last year, you know, put in a lot of effort for our anniversary, unfortunately was not featured in any of the anniversary material. So I'm a little concerned in regards to that. But I know that a lot of people out there are very concerned about this anniversary thus far, myself included. But a lot of people are still excited about it either way. I was talking just to Stump before I recorded this video, and Stump was very excited about this character somehow. I don't know how you could potentially be excited about this. Yes, the character does have some interesting mechanics, and we've talked about that in the live reaction video. So if you want to see, you know, just initial reactions to those, go check it out, of course. When we eventually get the data download, we'll get the entire set of information of this character, which will give us a broader spectrum to really grasp upon and see if this character is actually, you know, all this character is built up to be. But another thing that we have here is just the Sugo Fest banner. This is on the official 9th anniversary website on the Japanese side. Unfortunately, the global side does not have a dedicated website. It's only on Japan. And you know, this Sugo Fest is saying that Luffy and Yamato are considered Super Sugo Fest exclusives, and from the material that we've been able to gather so far, it does appear, to my knowledge, that Oden and Toki are going to be anniversary Sugo Fest exclusives, not generic Legends that you can pull on like random tickets moving forward. The way that I see it is that these are anniversary units. Luffy and Yamato are going to be Super Sugo Fest exclusive characters. Now, another thing that kind of like devalues these characters, at least in my opinion, is that from what we can tell, Toki and Oden appear to be just normal Legends with normal potential abilities. Luffy and Yamato look to have Final Tap. Now, out of the 3 big mechanics, you know, we've got Final Tap, we've got Super Tandem, but then we've also got the Rush Sugo Fest Special, which is a new mechanic that they brought in for version 13, likely for the upcoming anniversary characters, and it does appear that Luffy and Yamato don't have the Rush Sugo Special. Now, that is not 100% confirmed at this point, but from the very, you know, minuscule amount of material that we have to go off of, this character doesn't have the new mechanic that they brought in for the version update, which is crazy to me. It just doesn't make sense. So honestly, if that is the case, there is going to be another character or set of characters that will come out that will have the Rush Sugo Special. But as I was mentioning, with Final Tap, Super Tandem, and Rush Sugo, from what we could tell, Final Tap is the least valuable of those 3 mechanics. I do believe Rush Sugo will be more valuable than Final Tap, but we'll have to wait and see. Just Final Tap just seems to be the least hype out of all of those mechanics, because so many characters that have Final Tap are so bad. Like, the Final Tap mechanics are just terrible. There are obviously a handful of them that are very good, but if you just took a random portion of characters that have Final Tap, more often than not, the Final Taps are very bad. So we'll have to wait and see how that kind of progresses. Now, the main reason why a lot of people are disappointed is because of the leak that occurred with version 13.0, as it gave us this little image of some upcoming files that were found in the game's data, including something regarding an Enma gauge. We did make an additional video about this, and a lot of people thought that this was going to allude to a new Legend Zoro, and I do still think that is going to be the case. Now, the new character with Odin and Toki, obviously the Enma sword is Odin's sword. However, from what we can see in the very small amount of material that we have, the promotional material for this character, it is going to be a dual unit, and it doesn't have this Enma gauge that is teased in the files. So what I believe is that there is going to be a future Zoro character that is likely going to be a Rush Sugo special character, but that character is just not here yet. Whether that is going to be upcoming for the anniversary, or maybe it's going to be many months down the line. That has happened before, where we have had data in the game's files for future characters, and it has been months since those characters would come out. We had like the poison slot in the game for a very long time, but it actually took them quite a while to input that into the game, and obviously when they did that, they brought us Legend Reiju. So we have to be very, very cautious, and we have to be very patient as to see what's going to happen. But the main thing as to why people are angry is the fact that this is an anniversary celebration. This is supposed to be the most hyped time in the game for the year, and it just they haven't built that into what it's going to be. It's going to be a very disappointing celebration, at least for the first while of this anniversary period. And the reason why I say that is because the way that this Sugo Fest is structured gives a lot of credence to the way that they did the One Piece Film Red Sugo Fest, where they gave us a prelude Sugo Fest with one particular batch with 2 legends and 3 rare recruits, the exact same as this anniversary. And then there is a likely going to be another part of the Sugo Fest, which gives us another batch of characters, and maybe even a third part. We don't really know what's going to happen yet. So I do feel like this is the strategy that they're going with. And while I do think for Film Red, this probably makes sense, for an anniversary celebration, I don't think this is the right way to go about it. Because, at least financially, the fact that they've done this for the first release of the anniversary, I don't think too many people are going to be excited about another Luffy and another Yamato. And even just Yamato in general, the last 3 Super Sugo batches, right? Anniversary, this anniversary coming up, New Year's, and then last anniversary last year, all had a Super Sugo Fest exclusive Yamato. So, I don't know, I'm kind of pissed about that, to be honest. They're giving a lot of love to Yamato, which I think that they should probably start giving a little bit of love to a lot of other characters. Like, even Dragon Momo, for example. The fact that Momonosuke in his dragon form is not a character in the game yet is a bit bizarre. I felt like this would have been a good time to do it. Even if they made, like, the anniversary character, Yamato, Luffy, and Momo together as one unit, I think that would have been way more hype, rather than another Luffy and Yamato, or just a Yamato in general. It's just lots of Yamatos in the game. But I do think that for anniversary, this is likely what they're going to do. And if that is the case, I really hope that they finally give us what we've all been asking for, which is the latest anime releases, including Queen and King, Zoro, and Sanji. Now, if they do end up doing this, we obviously have the Enma Gauge stuff that we talked about just before, which would allude to Zoro being a solo legend, which would also mean we'd probably get a solo Sanji. And if they do that, I would be excited for a solo king and a solo queen. I hope that does end up being the case, because this is what we really wanted to see for the anniversary. This is what most people predicted it was going to be. And the fact that they've given us Luffy and Yamato together for one batch, and that's it for the anniversary, it does feel a bit bizarre. So I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a rundown as to how I feel about everything right now. And I know that a lot of people are kind of disappointed with what they decided to do for this anniversary celebration, but Let me know your thoughts and opinions about all this down below in the comment section. I'm sure most of you guys have already discussed it in my live reaction video comment section, and as well as on the social media, whether it be on Twitter or in Discord or Facebook or wherever you go. A lot of people have the same mentality. There are a lot of people that are really excited about what they're doing here, and a lot of people have already bought up a lot of gems preparing themselves to do pulls on this banner. I will still be doing pulls on this banner because the unit is very strong, all things considered. And you know, a lot of people have said that as well. You know, even though there is a lot of drama and not a lot of people are excited about the fact that it's a Luffy and a Yamato, you do still have to remember this unit is very strong. You know, a 6 times multiplier with increased damage taken that can go through immunity buffs. Like, the character themselves is very good, but it's the fact that it's the theming. The theming doesn't really make a lot of sense. And financially, for Bandai's sake, releasing this now does also not make a lot of sense. So yeah, just very strange. I don't know what they're doing, but that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.